All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the season finale of Dorks and Forks. I'm the host and creator, Brian Wild, and of course, across from me, as usual, the Reverend Dan Sanchez.
Hey, hey.
Hey, Dan, what's going on, man? 10 months?
10 months.
We've done this?
In the making.
Yeah, we've...
Really? Is that right?
This is episode 10.
Holy
I mean, if you
smokes.
count our live show from the Queen, that was 9.
Right.
And this is 10. And now we're going to take a summer break.
Take a break.
Because, I mean, why not, right? I feel like, you know, we put in some effort over the past 10 months, and now here we are. And I feel like it's a well-deserved break.
Yeah.
No, I think we're still going to be busy. We're going to do some stuff, just not the podcast.
No, we're going to do some other stuff over the summer through our Dorks and Forks channel, and keep looking. Keep checking it out.
Yeah, I think so. We have a couple guests with us tonight. Third chair, we have Chris Bruce. He's been a producer of the show the past 6-7 months.
I mean it's been a lot of fun, but 10 months. I guess you guys are a little overdue for that baby. Take that paternity leave and just enjoy it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I think at this point, you know, it should be fun. We have musical guest. Yes, whoa, man, he's already been drinking. This guy's already been. We have musical guest Jason Webb, the elusive Jason Webb. I've been trying to book you since like the third podcast.
It happens. I like to keep it that way.
You're like, I like to be
minimal communication.
Yeah, he likes to be like, you know, wanted. He likes to feel welcome. Some people might know you from the band The Hold Up, and also your new venture Apache Trails.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Which is very cool, man. So thank you so much for doing the show.
I'm happy to be here.
And to the right of me, restaurateur, head chef, David Weir.
Hey, what's up?
Really get in there.
Really getting close?
Wait, is that working?
On top, like, go this way. Go direct
Yeah.
This way?
Yeah.
Mariah Carey
How about now?
style.
Better?
You gotta
Yeah, that's
really
much better.
Perfect.
Just give it a little extra.
Feel a little
Yeah,
bit
let me bring this up a bit.
Yeah. Should I talk louder?
Hey, go. Give it to me.
Hello.
There you
There you
go.
go. Hey,
Yeah,
welcome.
there
Welcome
he
to the
is.
party. We'll make sure to get headsets for you before the next time you come in for your
Cool.
break. So, David Weir, you are, you know, well, kind of my new boss. One of my new bosses.
That's true.
I feel like I'm part Jamaican. I've got a lot of bosses, a lot
Jamaican.
of
You have less
jobs.
than 4 jobs. You're not really Jamaican.
Yeah, touche. Well played. You are the former owner of Buckley's.
Yes.
Yeah, and now you own Goat Kitchen and Bar in North Wilmington.
Yes, I do.
And it's an honor to have you here cooking for us, and we're gonna plug the shit out of your restaurant. And,
I think I'm burning something right now as we
okay.
speak. Nice.
All right. So, well then, if you're burning, let's go ahead and do this celebratory shot.
Hey, here we go.
It's something we do every
podcast.
podcast.
All right.
Today we are shooting Dogfish Head Brown Honey Rum.
In spirit.
Cheers, mate.
Right
Cheers.
on across them in there.
All right, here we go.
Cheers.
Dorks and
Cheers.
Forks. Thank you, guys.
Oh, my goodness.
Man,
I didn't even know that existed, and I love it now.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
that is a
Thank you. Nothing
profound and intricate, twice distilled, handcrafted rum settled on American oak chips with wildflower honey. It's only 40% by volume,
Yeah.
but it's a
That
beautiful
was nice.
small batch,
Yeah.
handcrafted rum
This
from
has felt
Dogfish
like 2
Head.
weeks right
My
now.
mouth is feeling just like it just wants to say thank you,
Yeah.
and my soul is
Oh,
just
did you hear that?
nodding. Yes, please, more of that.
Yeah,
That
how about
would be
another
awesome.
shot?
Good God. All right, well, let's let Chef Dave go back into
I think he
the
wants
kitchen and
another
make sure
shot.
He's not burning anything. After this other shot, of course.
Yeah, that really was smooth. I mean, that had a
Yeah.
nice front, like little.
Oh my God, I had a honey brown sugar
slight
rum from them
buzz.
once, and it was like,
I didn't even know this happened.
I'm
Pass it around.
so excited that I
here,
live
buddy.
next
Can you get
door.
me-
drink it up, lads.
Sweet.
And let me
Come
also
on,
say
lads.
real quick, this is the first time for our season finale that we are broadcasting live via
Yes,
Periscope.
very exciting.
Oh, very cool, man.
So,
Whatever
lots of
that
fun.
is.
Well, it's a new thing, man.
Well,
All
cool,
the cool
man.
kids are doing it.
Oh,
Down
cool. Oh, the-
Periscope. Great
Sláinte,
movie. Love
one
that
more.
Here we
movie.
go. Salute.
Damn,
Oh,
double
man.
shot.
Keep
Cheers.
them coming.
Cheers.
Cheers. Love it.
Yeah, season finale to the season finale.
We're
of Dorks
banging
and
glasses together and all kinds of
All
fun
right.
stuff.
When
There
we
it is.
return, we're going to talk to Chris Bruce about his latest antics and his busted up knee. Dan Sanchez is going to bring us some news.
That's right.
We got Jason Webb. He's going to play some Apache Trails for us a little later on the show.
I'll do it.
I did no pre-show prep, so I'm just going to make you guys do all the work. And then, of course, we have Chef here. He's going to cook for us.
That's right.
All right, man.
I'm excited.
When we return, dorksandforks.com. Dorks and Forks. we're
Oh,
back.
no, backwards. No, yeah, she's whatever. Anyway, hey.
And we're back. Brian Wild, Dan Sanchez. Dorks and Forks.
Here we go.
Season finale. Dan, I feel like this should have been like a recap episode.
I feel like there's so many things that have happened to us since August when we started.
Yeah.
Literally, and again, I talk about this all the time. People are like, "Hey, how did you start doing this?"
Yeah.
And it was like, "Oh, well, my buddy Brian said, hey, you want to do the show?" And then the next week we did it,
Yeah.
and here we are.
Well,
10 months
when I
later.
first started, when I had this concept of creating a podcast, it was like, I just went on YouTube. I'm like a student of YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not college learned. I'm like, I went to the University of YouTube. it's like, hey, you want to do something? Just Google, look it up on YouTube and you can learn.
Right.
And this guy, I watched this podcast man guy, and he was just.
I actually think that's his channel, youtube.com/podcast
the
man guy.
What's that?
We should start the podcast man guy.
Yeah.
Podcast.
That should be that.
No, he
fantastic.
exists. He's like the podcast guy, whatever,
Like the most generic name
We are.
ever.
But
I
he's got
want
like
that.
3 million views. You know what I mean?
It's so great though.
And so I basically watched him, and he's like, "Hey, you want to have a podcast? You want to like
Does he
market?"
talk like Casey Kasem?
Hello, welcome. And he was like, "So you want to have a podcast?" And
Kasem.
No, he's just like some fat dude behind his like webcam.
Wait,
and he's
we
like,
have nothing. Listen, I'm sure PHAT, pretty hot and tempted, he's most likely women.
No, I'm a fat guy. I could say fat guys.
Yeah.
I'm a fat guy.
Listen, there's.
It's like Dan talks shit on brown people.
Everybody has
'Cause
their
he's
thing.
Slightly brown.
Same thing.
Slightly
I'm
brown.
every race.
Everybody has their thing. It's all good.
And you have a beard. You can
Yeah.
talk shit on
I'm-
hipsters.
I don't even know who I am anymore.
Yeah, I know. And I've got this thing on my face.
I'm hidden.
I just shaved and I remembered what I looked like.
Yeah. Oh, you did just shave.
I just realized,
they-
and then I tried to. I'm growing it back. I don't.
Yeah. Did they?
I don't like it.
Did the work? Did the
it-
work tell you?
I'm actually
shave
work-
or you're fucking
No, I mean
fired?
All right.
corporate stares once in a while.
Really?
But
So-
people just started accepting it, and I was like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I'm rocking the beard right now, and I've got a lot of pressure, both sides. One to keep it, two to shave, and you just had a monster beard.
Yeah.
You shaved it.
Yeah, you
You're
did.
telling me you've got serious regrets.
Dude, you just lost all folk cred.
I'm just saying.
Well, but I mean,
it's
like,
probably going
look,
to be back in another
he's no-
couple
look,
weeks.
it's
I've got
hot
bad
outside.
He's no Billy Dobies. Okay.
All right, I'm just saying.
Oh no! Come on, I
Dude,
kid.
did you
I kid.
get
Come
did
on,
you
mate.
get the beard nod when you walked by other dudes with beards? Like
a
the
little
nod.
bit. They're like,
It's kind of like a Jeep
but I
driver.
feel like it was
Or a
nowhere. It was
motorcycle
nowhere.
rider?
It was
Yeah.
nowhere.
Wait,
to
like a
this.
Jeep driver? So you mean you're in a Jeep and like every lesbian says hi to you?
Totally.
Subaru.
Yes,
Subaru.
exactly. So I get a lot of lesbian nods these days. It's fantastic.
It could be a PT Cruiser or a Jeep. Either
I
way,
just-
the lesbians are saying hi.
Yeah, it's really it's good for a laugh and it's fun. We love to have
yeah.
a good time.
Yeah, you need like a little. You should put like a peep in your beard.
You should actually do like a
No.
Captain Lou.
Now the Captain Lou idea with the rubber
Captain
bands
Lou.
is a
You should
great
do the
concept.
Captain Lou.
One day we'll do that
Where did
soon
we
actually
go?
because people will be like, "Where is that?" I'm sorry,
Like a
but
Dirty Sanchez.
Hey, I'm Dirty Sanchez.
hey now,
Wait a
hey now,
second.
hey now.
I might
That's
do
what they
some
called me in
research once in a
college.
while.
It
I
happens.
was in college with you and just.
That was probably the dirtiest days
you
of
two
your
went
life.
to college?
No, we didn't.
No, not at all. No.
Good
Wait, where'd
talk.
you go to
If you
school?
look up naive in the dictionary,
I totally bought it too. To be honest, I was like, really?
You remember all those?
I
late
mean,
night-
Delaware is a small fucking state.
I literally looked at both of them and said, "Are they the same age?" I don't know.
No,
Whatever.
you're way younger than I am.
Sure.
How old am I?
Yeah, but
You're
nobody knows how old
26.
you are.
30.
You're 30?
Boom.
All right.
You're 30 yet?
Okay, 29.
All right, so you guys are
See,
basically
no,
the same
well,
age.
I mean, like, you would have been a freshman when I was a senior in college. Where'd you go to school?
Went to
Not UD, right?
No, not
that's
Navy.
and that's
I
where I
went
went.
to Delaware
so,
College of Art and Design.
Great
Awesome.
school.
Very
DCAD's a
nice.
great school. I
Yeah.
love DCAD.
that is actually a really
I
great
did
school.
DCAD for like some continuing education kind of stuff.
You know what
but
I like
it's
DCAD
just-
for? Naive young art students.
And those
Bet you
because
do.
those boys are just really talented.
They're so emo and skinny.
Chef, are you ready for our first course already?
You guys are ready, just give me the thumbs up.
Oh.
We're ready to go.
I mean,
Well-
Salad. I don't know, this is kind of a sausage party. Really
Well, hey now.
We should probably.
I think
Is
a
it
salad
tossed?
sounds nice. We
Yeah,
should
a
toss
nice
that.
tossed salad sounds great
get it
during
nice
a
and
sausage
ready.
fest.
I'm going to give you one straight line like that tonight. All right?
Wait, let me show 'em where
everything
the
else are
plates
gay
I'll
lines?
show
Is
'em
that
where
what
the
you're telling me?
plates are.
No, you just shoot it right at me.
Oh,
Shoot
that's
it.
the way you like it.
He's got 2 mics. He's ready.
I am
Shoot it all over the
I'm
place.
over prepared.
So wait, real quick. I mean, I don't even know if we're recording.
We are technically, so any of this is possible.
So Jaden Smith went to prom as White Batman.
Sure. Well, it makes sense. I mean, it's been
Like
who hasn't been waiting for that moment
But
to
I mean,
happen sooner than
so
later?
he's also worn this to, like, I think the Kardashians' wedding.
It's a
He
pretty
has, like,
fly
a
little
white
get up he's
Batman
got there.
outfit.
Jaden Smith rocking the white Batman.
Wait, what? What's going on?
So Jaden Smith went to
Google
prom
search that, people.
as
That's an
white
image.
Batman.
Okay.
As Milano Batman?
Yeah, it was pigmentally challenged particles of fabric.
Oh wait, hey, let's time out real quick. My daughter's FaceTiming me right now.
Isn't that cute?
I thought we said turn off your phone.
I did turn off my phone, but I mean, it's on my
and you
computer.
know, my daughter's in the kitchen.
She's right in the kitchen.
This is the message.
Olivia,
This is always time for
Hello,
family,
my
so
love.
here we are.
Daddy is
She is
recording
adorable.
right now.
Well, yeah.
And
no,
I will
there's
call you after if you're still awake. Did she take a nap today, Mom?
She is so cute.
Did she take a nap?
This is our podcast.
No? All right,
Just
I'll
check
call
out
you
your
later.
neighbors. This is great.
Yeah.
2 shots of rum, and I haven't had
Love
anything
you.
to eat. I'm just
Love you,
hanging.
Monkey.
Well, we got food coming
I'm excited.
from Chef Dave Weir from Goat Kitchen and Bar.
That's how I should start all my meals.
Honestly, Brian, I'm excited to check this place out. You've been working there for a few weeks
Yeah,
or a
Goat's
month
cool,
now,
man.
right? And
Yeah,
you've
I
been talking-
wrote a little review on it.
Yeah,
on
and it
Dorks
sounds
Report.
really good. I mean,
Yeah,
honestly, I'm really
eclectic,
excited about it.
eccentric. It's the way I tell people about Goat is and when he's on here and he'll talk about his kind
Sure.
of vision for it. But it's traditional American pub grub.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's got like this Thai Indian
Oh
influence
my God!
to it.
Stop. Is that
Sounds like my
so
entire
exciting?
life.
Like, to me, I heard that. I was like,
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Yeah,
like
so
I've
it's-
never had that, but I love
Yeah.
the concept.
So you're
It
gonna
makes
find
sense.
curry, you're gonna
Yeah.
find srirachas, you're gonna find heat
Totally.
and coriander. You're gonna find all these different kind of spices.
Yeah.
A lot of jalapenos and different kind of cheeses,
Nice.
kind of pestos
Yeah.
and things like that, which is
Dig
it's
it.
very cool. The calamari is delicious, and
Beautiful.
Dave's kind of initial thought was like, hey, I'm going to be a bar with really good food.
Well, that's
And
a
I
good
felt
start.
like I feel like North Wilmington said, no, you're going to be a restaurant with really cool cocktails. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah,
they
yeah.
said, no,
That
we're going to
old game.
dictate what you're going to be because we get a lot of families in there. We get a lot of date nights, kind of
Right.
deuces.
Sure.
Then you get your families that could come in
Right.
there and have their traditional kind of. The kids could eat. There's also killer kind of like vegetarian cuisine and
Nice.
things like if you don't want to go like all protein heavy and things like that. He has this seitan that's very good. Hail Satan! And welcome to
Dude,
welcome
seriously.
to Goat. Hail
Listen,
Satan!
we all love Nathan Gray, but come on.
I know. It's funny. I told Nathan Gray, I was like, yeah, I'm working at Goat. And he was like, oh, I heard about that. And I was like, oh, yeah, you heard about it. Well, a lot of my satanic friends, told me about that place. And I'm like, of course they did.
Why wouldn't they?
And I was like, and it's ironic that we have a wheat protein called seitan. Seitan.
Listen,
It's too easy. It's too
way
easy.
too easy. But
Way
I hope
too
they
easy.
find that nice balance between the bar and the restaurant side of things.
Yeah,
and-
so you find that kind of like kind of eclectic mix of
It's eclectic. Every
food.
time I
Woogie, 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 woogie.
But then you have this kind of like cool eccentric cocktail list that's over there.
That's-
Where
that's really cool.
they're mixing like like cool spirits and
Is there a signature
mixers.
cocktail? Like, what would you consider like the goat's signature cocktail if there is one?
Yeah, well, I think at this point, I think the botanist, it's gin, it's elderberry liqueur, it's like mint. That's been very popular. They also have a thing called the Teamster, which is like a sweet tea and
I
bourbon.
love the unions, so that's awesome. The Teamster, that's
Yeah.
really great.
Well, the Teamster's cool because it's like, it's this kind of like cool, this bullet rye with this Korean sweet tea. So
That's
it's
interesting.
It's that kind of sweet tea and bourbon that you get down in the
All
South, So you're sitting on your front porch in a rocking chair and you're like, it's good to own land, and you're sipping your sweet tea and bourbon.
No, that's interesting.
We just took a trip down to South Carolina recently, and we went to this place called the Gin Joint. And it actually, like the drink you're describing sounded like about kind of like what I'm getting. It had like this little thing where it's like you had a word bank. And you
Keep talking. I'm listening.
pick
into
pick
that.
what you feel like describes you. Those words. And I think I picked it was really hot out. We're in South Carolina. We're in Charleston.
Steamy.
We're just like
Charleston, great town.
so I was like, all right, well, let me go for light or something cool and refreshing. I went for that. And Emma, my fiance, goes for strong and savory.
Strong and savory.
Well, you're like, but honey, you've already got me.
That's the way
So
I like my
we
women.
basically just ordered each other.
Yeah.
And then it comes awesome. It comes back, and I get this like this really tall, dainty glass with maybe about this much liquor in it and a sprig of mint, and I'm like, I guess that's what I ordered.
That's my fiance.
Elderberry was involved, and I was like, all right, let's do it. And the bartender's looking over because the bar is right there. It's
Right.
thin.
He figured it was
And
the
he's
other way
like-
around in terms of the order.
He's like, hell yeah, that's
he
the
is.
shit right there.
And then she gets this fuck you glass with a square of ice in it.
Ooh.
And it's just bourbon and just man.
You put
Just
hair on her chest
bourbon
that
and
night.
testosterone.
Yeah.
It happened.
Put hair everywhere on that
She
broad.
stared at me and my beard actually grew.
That's what the waxing's for. That's what the
Hey, wait, 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 wait.
compensated for what my balls
All
were
right,
not doing.
so we got the first course coming out here.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
gonna pair it. It's a Chef Dave will tell us about us, but we got a different beer coming out to pair it with.
All right,
I'll be
here's
right back.
I'm using both
Well, let's
of
take
these.
let's take a break in general. Let's go ahead.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Dorks and Forks.
Dorksandforks.com.
Love it.
Hey, this is Rod.
And this is Vince,
Coming a little closer.
and we'll give you the secret of the good life.
It's the good life, it's the good life, it's the good life. Someday we'll have the good life. I'm in love, I'm in love with Ingrid Michaelson.
The new album, The Good Life by RKVC, available on iTunes, Amazon MP3, Google Play, and more.
And we're back. We've got the first course from Chef David Weir from Goat Kitchen and Bar, North Wilmington, which is very cool. And we have some surprise guests in the house with us today. We might have to share a mic. Do you guys have a mic? You guys might have to pass that a little bit. So
Let's just pass it.
There you go.
yeah,
Pass
we're
that
going to
guy.
pass the mic. Pass the mic. So we've got Rod, Kim, and Vince Sereno of RKVC in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up? So those who might actually hear our theme song and all our little intro and outro music, it's from these guys, RKVC. Dorks. That's so cool.
It sounds something like that anyway. It's very vaguely similar.
Yeah, it's very cool, man. Yeah, you need that guitar. I know, like everyone loves my ringtone. You know, they're like, oh god, Dorks and Forks.
So every time you text me, it's like the
The little riff, the little strum.
yeah. I love that. I love
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah, look, you're gonna have to put that mic like
Hey,
pretend it's a penis,
Put it in your mouth.
and you put it right up against your lips. All right.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hi, Gia.
You're welcome.
Oh, Brian's daughter's here.
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know what that means.
We have some lovely food in front of us right
No, we do. So, Chef Dave, you mind handing off your mic crispers? Oh, good.
He's got it.
So, like I said, you got to put that thing right up against
right
your
there.
lips.
I'll
Right
put it
there.
in. Better?
Right there. That's better. Thank you
like
so
a
much.
young Jim Morrison.
Oh, yeah, it is. So, Chef, first course. Dan, did you look up prickly pear?
Oh, wait, it was Shiner box.
So,
Pear.
so what do you got here for us today, Chef?
We have a arugula salad. We have lime marinated watermelon, feta cheese,
Yeah.
and some red onion.
Yeah, beautiful.
Very summery.
Yeah.
Thank God you told me it's watermelon. I was expecting a tomato, and you ever like
And you were expecting one
you're
flavor.
expecting one thing? That was about to
Yeah,
catch me off.
that would be awful.
Man, a little bit rough.
That's
Wait,
a,
wait,
That's a right hook in a salad.
Oh yeah.
Right hook.
I mean, you know what's really cool about you get that peppery from the arugula, little pepper. You get the feta, that briny. Could you pass that to Dan? You get the little, the red onion sweetness. But what's cool about the watermelon is that like you don't even really need dressing because that watermelon gives you that kind of liquid that coats the arugula and does all that stuff.
Yeah, there's no dressing. It's just basically lime juice and extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah,
Nice.
And you don't even need dressing.
There's a crazy good contrast between the watermelon, the sweetness of the watermelon, and then the little spiciness of the arugula comes through, and then you get like the punch in the face with the red onion, and then everything just chills out once you get the feta, you know.
Try to eat all my food with a punch in the face. That's
I love a good punch in the face
Yeah.
with my food. So
That
we're
is
pairing this with the Shiner Bock Prickly
Yeah, Shiner.
Pear. It's a double good in triple digits. Our unique summer seasonals made with the fruit of the prickly pear, a cactus native to Shiner, Texas, with a tart, citrusy flavor and a crisp finish. It's the best use of cactus yet.
Wow.
I love me some prickly pear. I'm not going to lie to you. I had some great trips on the Southwest as a kid, and I just always remembered those fondly. And they always had like the prickly pear jellies and all the good stuff. But they had the finest little like needles. Like you were screwed if you accidentally sat or stepped or touched even a prickly pear cactus because those things were hard as heck to get out of your hand. It was good though. That's a lot of good memories, and
Good
it's really kind
God.
of cool to see it in a beer.
Dude, that's a delicious beer. You know, it's coming in at like 4.9% ABV. So, I mean, you could definitely drink this all day. I mean, you could do all your lawn work and drink it all day. But
No, but when you pair it with this,
wow.
holy
Did
smokes.
you try it with this?
This
Did you
is,
try it?
I mean, I'm a big fan. This
That's
salad
good
is
beer,
well
man.
balanced.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great flavor, but it's refreshing. It's
Yeah.
still got that bite though, because I mean, the
Wow.
arugula gives it that, and the bitterness that kind of balances.
No, and then
with
the red onion
the
in
fruit
there.
and the cheese, and the red onion. To me, is nice. I mean, it's just really a nice salad. That's
Well,
great.
I guess I'm going to have to go to goat now. Jeez
You
Louise.
have to.
No,
it's not on the menu.
I'm actually excited.
isn't on
to
the
go to
menu?
Goat. I've been really looking forward to it.
Maybe special requests?
Could it be?
We will have it this summer. It's a summer salad.
Yeah, this
All
is
right,
definitely
nice.
this is clearly a summer salad. And I was going to ask. I'm glad you said that. So this will be available this summer at Goat. That's awesome.
Oh my
Man, that combination, that prickly pear summer with that watermelon and that arugula, dude, you can do that all day. All day.
Scrumptious.
Dave and I kind of like talked about, what I was going to bring beer wise, and he talked about what he was going to do food wise, and I think that was a win.
No, I
That
love-
was a win all day.
I'm done. I think we've done all we can do here.
I don't know. I think we
Forget
got a
about
little more.
What do
I
you
think we
have-
have a second course.
Yeah, what do you
that's
have
gonna
coming
be
for
coming
us next?
We're doing a red Thai curry paste coconut stew with crab, scallops, and mussels.
Oh, Lord.
Spicy.
Golly!
Fresh basil, jasmine rice. It's like a big pot. We're just going to put it right in the middle of the table and just trough and brew.
Dig
Get
it.
right in
Nice. So Dave, why we got you here, man? Let's talk about your journey to
Oh,
Goat.
yeah. Talk to Dave so I can eat.
Because
Journey.
so you closed Buckley's, you left Buckley's.
Right, we lost our lease at Buckley's, and I spent about 2 years looking for another restaurant. And the Goat, my daughter worked at the comic book store in the same shopping center, said it was available. The next day, I was at the landlord, putting the lease together, because it was
Yeah.
a great location.
Yeah.
And I want a bar that serves good food. I heard you guys talking earlier. I mean, we're going to work on it, but a bar that serves good food is always going to be popular.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
We just need some swag in there. You know what I mean?
Swag meaning
T-shirts and shit.
really?
This is
Yeah.
Silicon Valley.
The goat.
Really?
That's a good episode. Hey man, 30,000 in swag. Swag.
Let's just sell Apple watches.
I just want like a goat.
Like a literal
I just wanted to say the
apple.
goat.
Exactly.
I just want to say the goat and then have the goat and it says Hail Satan.
I'm thinking
I think that's
goat
great.
on the front and sinner real big on the back of the shirt.
Yeah, well on the back it could say
Sinner.
Sinner.
Sinner, something like that. Now it took you guys like 9 months
Yeah.
to open, and you
And
went
you
through
say
these.
you guys like someone else helped me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, pretty much it was just me.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So,
I'm just a stubborn old Irishman. So if someone come in and say, "Hey, $3,000 to take the carpet out," I'd be like, "I do that myself."
sure.
About halfway through, I'm like, "Worth $3,500, no problem." And I probably should have paid that. But no, I didn't really we had a vision for what we wanted, but we didn't have a vision what it was going to look like, and we kind of just went around and built it as we went.
Well, you did a lot of reclaimed wood and
Everything's from someplace else there.
Yeah, that's very cool.
The bar is from actually 1810 and wood from a fire at a restaurant I owned in Marshallton, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
I've had it in storage for almost 12 years.
wow, very cool, man. Very cool. Now, so yeah, you've got all this reclaimed wood, and you've been, kind of like everybody's kind of waiting for you guys to open. But now that you're open, I mean, but then you even had one more roadblock after that. I mean, somebody like broke in right before you opened.
Yeah, someone kicked in our door and stole our couch the night before we opened. Yeah.
The night before.
Nothing in it, right?
No money. No
All right,
money.
good.
No, there was no alcohol in this place. There was no
Dude,
money.
talk about bad luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
What would have been cool if they got caught because there was nothing.
Oh man.
You know what I mean?
They wouldn't have won the award.
That's
What a
like,
bunch
well,
of
Was
shit
there,
bags.
was there actually a robbery, like tree falls in the forest kind of thing? Was there a robbery because nothing got stolen?
So that's the word out.
just tested your system more than anything else. That was
That's true. That's true.
that's like the time somebody broke into my car in Wilmington and all they got was a CD case full of musicals. That was it.
They were like, I just broke into the gayest motherfucker's car I've ever seen.
It was awful.
Someone broke into my car, which is literally had a bag of money we no longer keep in my car, but like for our merch, right? And they left it. They also gathered
Rod Kim,
everything.
ladies and gentlemen.
They gathered everything out of my car and put it in the center, but didn't take anything, including like Bluetooth stuff. So this is like literally like the dumbest, most hardworking.
No, wait. He's the dumbest guy. He's the dumbest guy, but you leave a bag of money in your car.
Wait, where are your car parked right now? Wait,
I literally did a show in Laredo, Texas, where the bank of the baseball team was in the trunk of a Pinto. I'm not even kidding.
Come on.
Swear to God, that's real life.
Can I tell you
Oh my God, it was unbelievable.
very
This
quickly?
prickly pear and this
When I
salad
met
goes
this,
so
when
well.
I met this Rod Kim fella,
Thank you,
when I
Chef.
met this Rod
Thank you,
Kim
Chef.
fella, I was playing in Woodstown, New Jersey. Oh my God! And he told me he just got back from a tour. The man has been sleeping in a car some nights staying with people, but he was working so damn hard.
Yeah.
So I completely understand this bag of money trick in the car. Because your car becomes what you need.
Yeah.
Everything you need. Your keyboard is in there, your money, everything. And I had so much respect. So I just want to say that.
Nice.
Continuation of the story, and also return respect to Jason. We had an album release right for my first well, there's another album, but the first one that the public is supposed to acknowledge. There was an album release at Belfont Cafe, and Jason and his then significant other were the only two to show up besides like Mark Rogers and a couple other folks. So there was maybe like 5 people total there for this album release, quote unquote. And then a month later, this album kind of blows up across the country in various circuits, and so like a month later, we're at doing a Best Buy tour, the same album. But we can always say that Jason and a handful of other people were the first people to be there without any of the press stuff.
So why were you there? Was it an accident or like what? How did that happen?
We heard there were great appetizers.
Yeah, I figured there had to be.
I'm kidding.
Had to be the food.
No. My then ex was very good friends with Rod, and we had met Rod.
Are we still talking about
prior to
Sarah
that.
J?
Yes, it happened.
Nice. Oh. Sarah J's cool, man.
You're bringing
She was on the show. She talked shit on her audience. That's cool.
She's
her own audience, not our
She did.
audience,
She was
her
like, they're
own
so
audience.
old and creepy.
Yeah.
For the record, we both like censored the name.
we do things we do things differently right now.
All right, there it is.
I'm kidding. Sarah's actually.
I love
I will say.
Sarah.
I will
Sarah's a
say
cool
this.
chick.
So Emma, my now fiance, Sarah is the one ex that Emma absolutely is okay with. She will run into her, out and doing
because
things.
she knows that you.
She's like she is absolutely cool.
She's a cool
like,
chick,
we'll
man.
talk with her. We'll joke. And Sarah's absolutely nerdy.
And now
Whether
she's
she
got,
wants to
she's
admit it
got
or
like,
not.
and now Sarah J's got her boyfriend, and she's
that's
out-
awesome.
She moved to New
Exactly.
Jersey, and
Oh, did she move? I had no
she
idea.
moved. Yeah, she had this whole farewell.
Oh yeah, you're safe. You got a
She had a
buffer.
She came
farewell
to
tour on
Delaware,
Facebook.
and then she moved back to
I
New
had no
Jersey.
idea.
That's
Listen,
how that works.
And it's only awkward if you let it be, right? I mean, come on. Let's just
Chris
roll
Bruce
with
is the
it.
king of awkward if you let it be. Right
That's
there.
my thing, man. It's only awkward if you let it be. People are. You can
Yeah.
make it awkward if you
I
want.
mean,
But you embrace it.
Sarah J's a cool.
I do.
She's
You
a
make
cool
it
chick.
bacon.
I'm working with you from here on out.
She's a cool chick, man, and
She is very talented too.
yeah.
Yeah, we-
And I feel like once she met that dude, that is all her and they're all over Instagram and Facebook together. She was like, "Oh, who needs to create anymore?" She's like, "You know what? Fuck it."
I just love him. Music,
Yeah.
schmusic.
No, she was cool. We worked with her on a song,
Yeah.
RKBC and then Sam
No,
Nobles.
that one video.
Yeah, that was our second. That was our second.
That was our
podcast
second
we put
podcast.
on
She was
that.
here. Yeah.
and then Dream Media did the video.
Right.
But it was-
Dramedia.
Dream
you
Media.
spelled it wrong,
Oh,
Rod.
come on,
There's,
it's
there's
not-
not two M's. There's not two. It's one M. Dramedia. It's one word. Dramedia.
But
No, they're a
they-
good company.
yeah,
I'm not
go-
ragging on
yeah.
them at all. It's just
A little
make sure
bit.
people
It's,
get it
it's
right.
a
little
wordplay
bit.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't
A
know.
little bit. A little bit.
But it was kind of that whole thing like came together kind of cool.
My booter and my
So-
plate.
Thank you, Gia.
What she said. Absolutely.
Sorry, she's everywhere.
Gia's part of every show.
She's part of every show.
How good is the cheese? Isn't that good?
Whoa, chef.
Oh, the chef just got fired.
Actually,
That's normal.
I
Don't
was
worry
gonna
about
say-
those
Wait, let me look at
noises.
the time. Let me look at the time. 28 minutes. All right, look, let's take a break.
Rod, forget your story.
No, it wasn't even a story.
Nobody cares.
It wasn't even a story. I was just gonna
Wait,
say.
Rod had a
about
story?
The, no, I,
He
it was
did,
a
sort
story.
of.
I was just gonna say about the salad. I was gonna say like I don't like watermelon at all, but this was awesome.
Yeah, because you're a
whatever.
veggie, right?
There's no water.
Yeah, you
You're a
can't.
veggie.
He doesn't eat the meat.
Yeah.
Wait, what is being a vegetarian not eating water?
Well, you guys went on that big
No,
like.
I'm just saying in general.
I'm
Like,
pretty sure they
I'm
like
saying
blog
in general,
thing.
as a veggie, you do
Fuck
you
that.
do the dairy.
You're like,
Oh yeah.
right. So
it
you're
seemed
okay.
like Rod was like, yeah, and you're like, oh god.
You don't eat the meats, but this is a good salad for.
Sometimes when he has a couple days where he
I love
knows
that
he doesn't
blog.
have to do something, he'll eat a piece of chicken just to mess with his
Are
body.
you a lacto-ovarian veggie?
I don't know what that means.
That means you do the milk and eggs.
Okay, yeah, I just can't digest the actual meat stuff in the.
That's
in
what
the-
she said.
the-
Okay.
Yes.
Well, there we go. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Right, Brian?
On that note.
Rod Kim. When we return, we're going to talk to Chris Bruce about his knee.
Yes, awesome. Rod, that wasn't awkward, I promise. It's all good. Yeah, we're
and then,
good.
of course, we have our second course coming out from Chef Dave from Goat. And, of course, Jason Webb is going to play a little new Apache Trails solo.
It's going to be a ditty.
We're going to jump on it.
We're going to do a little video and all that stuff.
I love that song.
Cool, man. Let's do it. All right. DorksandForks.com. Boom. Peace.
Dude, we're circling. Ride that pony.
Dorks and Forks. 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 Dorks and Forks.
How you doing?
This is so great. The rice
Hello,
just hit the table and Rod's eyes widened. Oh my God, I've never
Never
seen so
seen
wide.
Asian eyes bigger.
Come on.
Never
That's
seen
not right.
So wide.
He was like,
That's not right.
it's home.
You know better. They can't get
my-
wide.
They can't.
Whoa, easy. Speak for yourself.
Totally right. So I was at.
Speak for yourself.
I was officiating a wedding the
Yeah.
other day,
Wow.
and the photographer was even taking pictures with me and the bride and groom, and I was like, "Look, my eyes aren't closed. I'm Asian."
When I was in high school, I played on the tennis team, and when you have to when you're in
How
high
do you
school.
hit that ball with no eyes?
Yeah, well, no. When you're in high school tennis, you call your own
Right,
outs.
right,
and all that
yeah,
stuff. So I was like out, and they're like, "What are you talking about? You couldn't even see that your eyes were squinted." I'm like,
no,
"Oh, squinted."
Yeah,
Now that's
they
messed
work
up,
that
honestly.
way.
Was that?
That's messed up. They're like, how you could see?
Wait. So
You're squinting. And they're always squinting. He's like, "Good point." And then he gave it to me
Rod Kim, your actual ethnic lineage is
from Indiana.
no. I said ethnic,
Listen.
not where you were born.
They all look the same.
Those Indians, those damn Indians.
All the Kokomoans.
There's no hills. I mean, it's
No,
boring.
for real.
It's crazy.
My father's from North Korea. My mother's from South Korea.
Oh wow!
God,
Do
look
they
at
fight
those
all the
things.
time?
Is that near Indiana?
Every so often, but
Does your father like pretend to do things and then make everybody else believe it?
that's more like my mother actually.
Oh my God, the second course just arrived.
Vince, and your ethnic origin is?
Italian and Japanese.
Wow.
Seriously?
Italianese.
Are you serious?
You're just making
You know, it's.
racist up now.
I can totally see it. I see it. I really can see
It's
it.
in there.
You're right.
What's the last name? Sereno.
Vince is more Asian than I am.
It's like ragu, it's in there.
He owns several samurai swords and has his whole Japanese background. Once
Wait.
He's got a Connor McLeod.
You've been to
sword.
Cowtown.
You go to Cowtown?
Well, there was a video we did really early on in RKVC where we decided to have me chop up like a pumpkin, like a Halloween pumpkin
But
with a
with a
samurai
katana
sword.
blade?
This can't go wrong.
And so I had no idea how to hold it. So he's off camera like, okay, sword.
The
Hold it
sword.
like it's my penis.
The sword. He was talking about the sword.
Sure he was.
Sure.
Now whip the blood off the blade. Whip the blood off the blade. All right, now look badass. All right, cut.
Good God.
You should have turned it.
Then I just cried in the shower with some cake for a little while.
Wait, what?
The shower wasn't on.
Better that than the
Just
icing.
in there.
Just to paint a picture.
He was just there.
It was a dry
Fine.
He had already been painted.
Good God. Oh my
Well,
God.
this
tell
looks
you.
fantastic.
So we were going to do an interview with Chris
Wow.
Bush right now, but this food came out and holy smokes.
Wowza kabowza.
Jesus.
I don't even know what to do right now.
Oh, we got to take some pictures.
All right, time out. Let's take some pictures. Be wild.
Holy
Do your
shit.
We
thing.
also have shots in our hands too.
Everybody.
That's right.
Chris, take a
yeah.
couple
Yeah,
of
do some
selfies, like
shots.
an
Yeah, I'm gonna
Instagram.
grab a shot.
You got the better angle than I do.
A picture is what I was speaking of for days.
Oh, here you go. Ron
Weeks.
King's doing his thing.
All right,
Somebody shoot this on their iPhone.
we need to
Chris,
get
take some.
a little insight as to what we've got in front of us here, I think.
All right, chef. Give this man the mic. Wait, I got to get the beer we're pairing it with.
While he's getting the beer, chef, go for it. Tell me
Okay,
what
we
got in
have
front of us.
a red curtain mussel stew with scallop and crab. It's a and sweet potato. And then we have some jasmine rice. And then I had some extra mussels, so I have some red chili garlic mussels for those that like it spicy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I walked into the kitchen and I smelled the curry.
Yeah, curry's got that. Yeah, that's where it's at.
Hey, Dan, do you mind looking up Impey Bargacan's Moon Gun Session
I
Ambient?
don't even know what you just said to me.
Neither do I. I don't know what I just read here.
Spell it out, brother. Spell it out.
Here you go. Actually, that's yours.
All right. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Rod and Vince,
That guy. I love
here's
this
yours. It's Dewclaw. Dewclaw's like.
Give me a promo.
My friends at Dewclaw. I love those guys.
I feel like Dewclaw's been my like favorite.
Give me a promo on that.
That looks amazing.
On what you're drinking here.
Absolutely amazing.
Very good. All right.
Yeah, it's a little session amber
Let's
AD.
get a cheers. Let's get a. Hold on. Let's get a.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, the good old moon gun.
So.
No one leaves the table till all these bowls are empty.
Good God.
Dude. Impay
Barbacow.
Moon Gun Session Amber
Moon
ABL.
gun. All right, give me one
Session
second. So, the kids at a Beer Advocate on the Moon Gun, let's see, they give this a score of 81.
Okay.
Some basil and
my God.
cilantro and lime on top of it. You'll be
And
very nice.
Oh my God.
it says eccentric brewers from Baltimore and Tampa collaborated to build this highly drinkable amber-colored ale with a thirst of roasted malt that launches on a rocket ride of hop flavor and aroma.
I have 4-year-old twins.
Pop that top,
I never leave the
shoot
house.
to the moon.
Favorite flavors.
Dude, those mussels.
I like all like
Cooked
I like
perfectly.
salty.
This stuff.
All right.
What are we talking about here? Food.
Talking about your mussels.
All right, so we took we steamed the mussels with coconut milk, red curry paste, some ginger, some lemongrass,
Oh my God.
some chili garlic paste, a little bit of fish sauce. Just a big hot pot. Just keep eating until you stop sweating.
Oh my God.
I'm ready.
And you threw that.
We have some extra mussels. We tossed them in the wok with some hot chili paste and some fresh cilantro and basil.
Yeah. Dude, I love that garlic sriracha heat.
Yeah, what can you put
That
sriracha
paste.
on?
You know what I mean? But that paste that,
Right.
you know, you could have your sriracha.
It's hot on the bottom. Very hot.
Man, I'm a waiter, but I could hold hot shit all the time.
All day.
Oh my God, there's scallops in that pot. All right, let me take a picture.
There's also a whistle. So somebody finds that, they actually get a prize.
Oh my God, look at that scallop. Oh my God. It's funny. I want that
some
scallop.
yucca potato, something a little sweet, holds all together.
So, chef,
Yes.
what's your vision for Goat? I know you've got this kind of, it's like 3-4 restaurant kind of idea.
I have a partner. We want to have 3 restaurants. We want to have the goat, the pig, and the rabbit. The pig I want to do with just a killer sandwiches.
Yeah.
Because Earl of Sandwich, most underrated man in history in my book.
Sure, yeah.
Beard sandwiches, roast pork, things like that. And then the rabbit, I think, just pretty much a wholly vegetarian restaurant.
Really, all veggie for the rabbit.
Yep.
Wow.
Totally.
This is
Yeah.
And you
It's
could
really
also-
quiet whenever he starts eating, so I got to carry the ball here or what?
Yeah.
all right. So,
This is your hour.
Chris Bruce, let's talk about your leg.
All right.
All right, here we go. Thank
I'm
you,
sorry,
chef.
I was just
Thank you, chef.
really
Just eat, drink, enjoy, man.
holy shnikes. I'm a little blown away by the
need your water.
flavors that are happening right now. This is just awesome. It's such a great blend. The balance is so on point.
Has anyone seen my daughter's water?
It's on the floor right here. Whoa, hold on, it's not capped.
That's
it's not
my
capped.
daughter in the water.
There you go.
Everything she knows, I taught her. Loudon, come on.
He was good live.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh man.
He's got to be better than his son, Rufus.
Ready? Wait, hold on.
Cigarettes and chocolate milk. Okay.
That's our Rufus Wainwright.
Rufus.
You see the milk brand coming in, the chocolate milk. Kevin Love from the Pacers putting out the big campaign for chocolate milk,
No, I don't know.
sponsored by Milk, Producers of America. I was like, what exactly? Okay, so who wins there?
I
Like,
missed that.
it just came out the other day. I just saw it.
All right, so Chris Bruce, as we eat this food, Chris the Bruce. All right, unite the clans.
This is
the
good to
Bruce.
put the food in your mouth. I got the stew. We go out and have it.
Unite the clans, the Bruce. All right, so, my God, chef, you killed it.
Oh wow.
You killed on those mussels. I used to have to be like 3 sheets to eat clams. I mean, clams. Well, I am 3 sheets.
Whoa, hey now. I don't know what that means, but it sounded dirty.
I usually have to be 3 sheets to eat the clam.
Yeah, no, it was dirty.
Stinger!
Hello.
It was dirty.
Is that just because it's your wife, or is it
Oh, come on.
Or not your wife.
Jesus Christ.
I love
Holy
you, Gina.
shite. Holy shite. All right, Chris. So, all right. Now, you've been a partner in Dorks and Forks for 6
7 months, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, since the fall, last year, it's been about 6, maybe even a little longer, right?
We've
6, 7
had our
months.
ups, we've had our downs.
It's been fun. Listen, there's always, anytime you start anything, there's a lot of growing pains. There's a lot of figuring things out, and we're trying to form a vision of where we're going, and we all have opinions, and it's creative, and that the energy is good, and that's why it's like we're all passionate, right?
Yeah.
Which makes it fun.
And if there was no passion,
You're like
Yeah.
Spanish lovers.
Yeah, so it is a little. Oh, it's so good. It's muy caliente.
Oh, muy caliente. So, jeez. All right, so
Sorry, Chef. This is so good.
let the audience know exactly who you are, where you've come from, how you've made your money. Because I mean,
I'm
if you go online,
hoping that happens at some point. First of all, that's
when you go online, it shows that you're worth like 2.5. But
at least, like dollars, and it's really exciting, and I'm pretty impressed by it myself. I mean, I get why people are in awe. I grew up in Syracuse, New York. I had a buddy of mine who was one of my best friends from high school. His older brother went to the University of Delaware, which is the reason why I looked at it in the first place. And this was a great campus, and had a lot of fun kind of exploring that. And just for me, it was a perfect distance away from home to kind of get away and become my own person, and just to try to pursue whatever the heck it was I wanted to do. And in the beginning, I was pre-med. That was the goal. Like I was going in and like, hey, I'm going to go that whole doctor route. And that was just a safety net in a lot of ways because, I had some ties to that world. My mom was a nurse practitioner, and she worked in practice, and a couple of the different doctors there had kind of offered me that opportunity if I made it through, and that's what I wanted to do. There was a place for me.
Yeah.
So at that age, it was like, okay, sure, why not?
Fuck it, I'll be a doctor.
I mean, why? Whatever. And
it's expected from me.
That lasted about a day. No, I mean, it lasted the first.
My family expected, don't be a shithead, all right? And that's what they expected.
So I went to the University of Delaware, and I was going in there, and I was planning to just do something. I was always very involved and very active in my, community in the high school, and I was looking at different groups or something to join, to belong to.
Sure.
I was going to swim for Delaware, and I was all set up too, and then I got knocked out with the flu the first 2 weeks, and anybody that's been involved in that world.
I was going to swim for Delaware, and then I saw the pool.
Yeah, it's real wet.
And I was like,
crazy.
no way.
Yeah, you're not so against the wet, but anyway, the point is.
That's right.
The 16 and wet.
Yeah, the point is
17.
I'd been retired a little bit for a few years, and that was a daunting task. I started swimming when I was like 4. I quit when I was 11 at a pretty high level, and to come back at 18 to compete at a collegiate level was. Yeah. I honestly believed I could do it, but when then I got hit with the flu, it was like, okay, what am I trying to do here? This is a little crazy. And I got an opportunity to become the mascot at the University of Delaware. They were handing out flyers, and the character was running around. They were literally in the Perkins Center, if you're familiar with the campus, and they were literally flinging cookies around the room, and it just being ridiculous.
It sounds like a stoner's delight.
It was like, what is going on right now? And I was like, wait, people do that? Like, that's a thing? Like, they're allowed to have that much fun?
Wow.
It was kind of what hit me in the moment, and then I was like, yeah, I'll take an application.
Yeah.
Perkins Pancakes, sponsored University of Delaware.
Yeah, the Perkins Student Center. I wish they did, because the pancakes would have been a huge
whipped cream?
hit. It might have been better than some of the other food they were pushing out. I'm not going to lie to you. But, yeah, so I ran in, and I put the application in. I was talking to a group of freshmen, people I knew for the first 2 weeks that we all knew each other so well, right? We were our little wolf pack, and roaming around campus trying to figure out what the heck was going on. And long story short, I ended up becoming the mascot for the University of Delaware.
Nice.
Did it for all 4 years while I was there.
Is that like Flacco's reign?
It just a little bit of overlap towards the beginning of his, but I graduated the year before they won.
Oh, okay. Just a question.
Yeah.
So it's UD?
UD. It's not Yo-UD. It's
UD.
UD.
Do you not have a microphone?
Emma, do you hear?
Yeah, it's UD. Like the first word is Y-O-U as in you.
You.
And then D-E-E-U-D is how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
UAD.
And it also, because it's a double play.
It confirms what we were thinking, but there's another girl.
It's a
She
double.
was unique.
Yeah.
Impression.
It's different. Totally different.
Yeah, that's not the same place.
Muscles are
No, they were arguing about.
I mean, people overcomplicated it. And the reality is it's University of Delaware, which is short for UD.
Yeah.
And then they gave it a unique spelling, but it was still UD, ultimately. And that's the way it was.
Settle that.
What's the other mascot?
Baby Blue came out while I was in college. Actually, we hatched Baby Blue. Of an egg, yes. Of an egg.
That came out of you?
Well,
She was
actually,
like,
no.
"Hello."
Baby Blue is a sibling.
Hello, Dolly.
She's like, hey, nice Jeep.
Yeah, it's a sibling of Judy, and ultimately, the thing that's kind of funny is that because they're the blue hens, everybody, if you don't know much about the history or the breed, they assume it's a female bird. It's a chicken. Well, it's a blue hen chicken, which the blue hen is the name of the breed, and it's a rooster because that's what ultimately the state of Delaware was known for, fighting cockfights and doing the blue hen fights back in those days.
Such a proud history.
All right, so all that moving forward, then performing for almost 20 years now since then, and I worked with Dave Raymond, the original Fanatic, a Delaware
Yeah, the Phillies
guy.
Fanatic.
So the guy
original
that created
the main guy.
Yep.
the guy that ultimately made the Philly Fanatic what it is today, the thing that we all know and love.
Yeah.
And Dave and I worked together. As soon as I became the mascot at Delaware, he was very involved. He trained all the new performers.
Well, and that's because his dad, Tubby
was the football coach there at Delaware.
Coach,
Dave
yeah.
punted.
That's
They actually
his
played
name
for the
after.
football team.
Yeah.
Dave was a punter, a left-footed punter.
Nice.
So the
Punter,
ball
punter.
spun the
He
opposite
wasn't
way,
making puns.
which was he didn't get this ball didn't go as far, but it really screwed with him because it went in the opposite spin. But but Dave was a punter in Delaware and went on and trying to figure it out. And Tubby ultimately pushed him because the old Carpenter family tie back then.
Like the Bob Carpenters.
Exactly. They were the owners of the Phillies back then, and ultimately got him in touch with the Phillies. And he was an intern at the time when that all happened, which was kind of cool. And got a great opportunity. And for me, it was a similar.
70s, right?
Yeah, and it was a perfect example of the right place, right time, right person. Because I think a lot of times the right place and right time are only a part of that.
Yeah.
You have to be ready, and you have to be able to take advantage of the opportunity that's in front of you, and then make it what it is. I mean, somebody could give you the best opportunity in the world, but if you can't execute, you can't do anything with it. Then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I read this quote from Richard Bronson. It was like, if someone asks you to do something for them, you say yes, and then you learn how to fucking do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like, you're just like, yeah, fuck it, yeah, I could totally do that.
Totally.
Richard
And then you-
Branson is, I think, what he meant.
Did I say Bronson?
Charles Manson, same thing.
Charles-
Whatever.
Wait, did I say Manson?
No, you said
No,
Charles,
it was
Charles Bronson.
did shoot a lot of
Richard
I said
Branson. Virgin Mobile Richard Branson is what you're talking about.
Well, let's see, I'm like 4 shots and
That's
3
all right.
beers in, so
You mean
fuck
Richard
it.
Branson, Virgin Mobile guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That was one of the best quotes. Besides him and Orson Welles, where he goes, "The doctor told me to stop cooking intimate dinners for 4 unless there was 3 others invited."
And that is your
That's a good fat guy joke.
That's a decent
good
Orson
fat
Welles,
guy quote.
You know?
No, I
Yeah.
like it. I like it.
So anyway,
So anyway, I was
you
able.
started your own.
Yeah, I was very lucky to work with Dave and have a chance to have a career performing. Dave kind of brought me under his wing, and I worked with him at Raymond Entertainment for the entire time that business was in place, since about 2000. And I traveled the country performing as Reggie, the Purple Party Dude, which is kind of crazy in itself.
That's your guy. Though.
Reggie is kind of the one of the alter egos, and a cousin of the Fanatic. He's same style, but very Muppet-esque. Got that like French fry hair, the Purple Party Dude.
Yeah.
And we.
I like how you said Muppet-esque because
It is.
when we did Dorks and Forks, we did our first comic convention down in Middletown.
Totally.
We had you dressed as Jim Henson.
Yeah, well, the beard is just like it was
It was
one of
too
those
easy.
weird things that just kind of clicked.
Crazy.
You throw a Kermit on my shoulder and it's game on.
that's
I was
we
going
did.
to say, by dress, do you mean put a Kermit doll on your shoulder?
No, and that's exactly what happened. We
Yeah.
put a Kermit
We
doll,
saw
or he
the
put a
pictures.
Kermit doll on his shoulder, and like there was kids who were newer to the Muppet franchise,
God, some of the
obviously,
moments.
that would come up and be like, "Are you the voice of Kermit?
Are you really?
Are you the
Jim
guy?"
Henson? We're like, no, he
was
fucking
awesome.
died.
Or he died too.
He died because of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All right.
Well,
Yeah, I
he
was like,
died of
oh.
pneumonia. And
He died
the
doing what he
doctor.
loved.
Blah blah.
Well, that's true, and at least he had that going for him, which was an awesome thing. And I mean, honestly, in this room, Henson's a huge inspiration for a lot
absolutely.
of us.
For all of
us.
So thank God for that. And
Watch out for the new Muppets.
I'm so
TV show
excited
on
about all
ABC.
the things that they're doing right now with that. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But in the Fanatic, just so you guys know, and this is a fun little side fact, is that the woman who actually designed and created the Philly Fanatic is the same woman who created Miss Piggy, Statler,
Oh, yeah?
and Waldorf,
Yep.
Really?
and a number of other famous
True story.
Muppets.
Yeah.
And was
Really?
involved in the original Jim Henson effort.
Yep.
Wow.
And her name is Bonnie Erickson, a very talented woman, and got the chance to get to know her in the beginning of my career, and be in her studio in New York, and that's kind of how I got started. It was really weird. It was
Yeah, that's
surreal.
awesome,
like
dude.
I was kind of came down to Delaware, the idea to be a doctor, and the next thing I know, I was performing in stadiums and arenas all over the country.
Yeah.
I
And
was
your
going
parents
to,
are thrilled.
Yeah, my mom said she.
It's like Rod Kim, like,
Yeah.
why can't you be doctor?
You be doctor. What you do?
My mom.
That's pretty much how it sounded like, except less Vietnamese.
I'm sorry. You should be surgeon.
Yeah, my mom tells people, she was like, oh, I sent my son off to college to become a doctor, and he came home a stuffed animal. And it's like, so proud. But, it was kind of cool. Like, I was just running with it. It was a lot of fun. We had a chance to engage with crowds. I had an aptitude for it. I mean, there was just something I was really able to connect with audiences and be able to kind of feed off of the energy and just kind of make it work. And I had a really great chance to learn from the best in the business and create a talent for it and just a craft around it. And, I've been very lucky the last, however many years it is now, I guess, God, it feels like forever, but since about 98 or 97, 98, cool. to do this. And then I went out on my own a few years ago. David and I were always, he's kind of like a father figure, and I kept tapping him on the shoulder saying, hey, I gotta do my own thing. I got some other visions, some things I want to do from a production standpoint. I was very involved in theater and video and film as an actor, as a producer, as a writer on both sides. And it kind of really developed a nice skill set there. And he kind of gave me the out, really, and the ability and the go ahead to do it and to kind of go for it, which was awesome, and I appreciate him for that. And we'll never be able to thank him enough for the ability to just go out and have the experiences I had and then try for something. So we've had a lot of fun over the last 3 years, creating some great video marketing pieces, some film projects, and bring people's stories to life. And that's our biggest thing, is that I feel like our strength is understanding how to bring a story to life, to be creative, to think about the big picture and how their brands and their marketing strategies can all weave together and push it forward and bring their goals to a reality. And it's fun working with clients in that way because it's always different. Everybody's stories are unique. Everybody's stories are different. And the challenges are always complicated and fun and unique.
Speaking of complicated.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your leg.
Yeah.
What happened to your leg?
Dude, it was an awesome scenario. It was literally a freak accident, and I've been performing a long time.
Yeah, for those who can't really see what's going on, Chris here is spread out. He's taking up multiple chairs. His left leg is completely fucked.
I've got a complete, immobilized thing on my left leg.
It's on life support.
Yeah, it's the IV's in, the whole deal. I mean, it's pretty rough. I mean, I could go at any moment.
So what happened?
So I was in Salem, Virginia, performing on a Friday night. We had to drive through the night to work Dover Days down in Dover, Delaware, to work the parade. And we're helping launch an initiative with the Air Quality Partnership of Delaware, and this character Tropo, which is short for troposphere.
Troposphere's a douche.
Yeah, no, actually, Tropo's,
No, he's awesome,
Tropo's a great
honestly.
guy, and he came from a planet far away, and he's helping us try to turn the planet around.
From the planet of doucheville.
So poor Tropo is there just trying to make things happen, and I was the one that day bringing it to life. And I'm riding the parade, and we get to the judging stand of all places. And I had gotten a tip earlier that the fact sheet that they were giving, the group we were with, they didn't include Tropo's name and some of the other info. So I knew I had to get on that stage and hand him this stress ball. That was what I was trying to do.
That had all the information.
Yeah, they had the website, had the name of the character, the whole deal on it. Simplest thing in the world. Something I've done literally 1,000 times. So I jump out of the truck. I was doing the belly shakes and all this kind of stuff, and got the guy on the mic talking about it, trying to figure out who the heck is that guy. And I had him all hooked. So I jump off the truck and I go to run up on the stage, which was probably about a 4.5 foot.
You're in total.
Nothing
you're in
crazy.
total costume.
Total costume.
You're in total mascot.
Yeah,
gear.
and I run to go jump up on it. I was just going to do a little punch jump, hands on the stage, kind of propel myself up there, or do maybe a little roll, pop up, hand him the ball. Nice, slick, solid move. I've done it a million times.
In a mascot outfit.
Totally.
And then down goes Chris.
Seriously, I went to jump, and there was just no jump.
So I was
my foot hit
my
some
God.
spot.
So I was in the
It's
truck
crazy.
that he was in the back of, and the guy that's driving the truck is like, hey, is he okay? And I was like, oh, yeah, no, he's fine.
He's done this.
We've heard the story from Chris's point of view.
He
It's all
plays
part of
hurt.
shtick.
He plays hurt constantly, and I've seen Chris do that as other characters.
I mean,
play hurt and then play into it.
Oh, totally. Like, I make it look like you take a face plant. You do all the physical comedy. Honestly, when it comes to that, I am a professional, physical comedian. I do this all the time.
I have no concern. And
so Dan's there, oh, he's great.
No.
He's fine. No
wrong.
problems.
I was totally wrong. So then
Classic.
he gets up, and then he goes down again. And then he gets up
and I somehow got myself to feet. Honestly, like at the moment, I still don't really know what happened.
Let's describe what your costume looks like.
All right, so it's this blue character.
Right.
He's got this big nose. He's got like Billy Bopper antenna.
Yeah.
Like this rainbow feathered hair.
Feathered hair.
This wasn't
Like
Reggie.
No, not Reggie.
So this is Tropo.
Character.
Yeah. So Tropo's here to help us like learn how to change our environment and positively impact the
Clean air.
air quality.
Tropo
Here I
knows.
am.
And he can't get up.
And here I am.
Comes up and drops.
And here
Next
I
clean
am.
air goes down.
Yeah.
He's like Ryan Howard at the end of the
But somehow I got myself up where I was standing on my right leg, and I knew I could not put any pressure on my left
So
leg.
I jump out of the
it's
truck.
Done.
I jump
Oh
out
my
of the truck,
God.
and I'm like, oh man, he's not
Yeah.
fooling around.
Well, the best part was, and this is those classic moments, and if you're ever performing a mascot, this is, they become
do
your
it.
mind. I'm hopping over on one leg, knowing that I'm like seriously injured. My right, I don't even know what happened, because it happened so quick, but it is done.
It's donezo.
And I'm like, I'm a mascot with a smile on his
You're
face.
like
How
half
long?
of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How long? How long is it going to take for me to get these people to realize that I'm seriously
not
injured
messing around.
and I'm not just like playing and having fun?
So
And you're
I'll
like,
say-
where's Dan Sanchez?
I'll say within like a minute or so,
Yeah.
I jump out of the truck and I run over Chris, and here he is. Now, Chris.
Well, hold on real quick.
No,
Before
wait.
you got to me, though.
Oh, the photographer.
Yeah, well, the photographer's sitting there in the corner. This is that classic moment. I literally, like, not even whisper. I yell
Through the
in
costume
his
head.
ear, and I go, I am injured. This is not a joke. I need help.
And the photographer's
It
oblivious.
just doesn't even blink and just
Doesn't-
keeps taking
just like,
pictures of the
oh,
next thing
snap,
coming in
snap,
the parade.
snap, snap,
And then I
snap, snap.
repeat myself.
Well,
I
that's
say,
his job.
I
you
go,
know?
no, seriously, I am injured. I need help.
Now,
this
look,
is not a
let's
joke.
give him the benefit of the doubt,
doesn't
and
even-
maybe he didn't hear you.
No, he is deaf. That's the
It has
only.
to be.
That
Would
is
you
the
feel bad,
only
though, if he-
possible.
if he was deaf, though?
reality, because I was so then I.
So what happened to your knee?
So I smack on the stage, but this is where I realized it was real bad. Is because I had to hop around. I was trying to hop around the back of the stage so that I could kind of just fall down and figure out what was going on.
Right.
But as I was making my way back, I had to shift because people all around. I shifted my left side just a fraction of a percent of my weight hits my left leg, and as soon as I hit it, like it felt like it just crumbled and folded
Buckled.
underneath me.
Completely buckled.
Like there was nothing there to hold it.
Wow.
And
So
I was
I
like,
run over to him, and
oh
he's-
no.
and he, in his mind, is cool, calm, and whatever. What I hear is, there is a bone sticking out of my leg. If you take my costume off, there's a bone. Now, Chris is the consummate professional. He is very adamant about what he does and how he does it.
Or he's just
We'll
looking
never,
down at this
ever-
happy, like.
Yeah, exactly. We'll never ever break character. So here's this like costumed head with dead eyes at me and like yelling through it is, there's a bone sticking out of my leg right now. And he's not yelling out of pain. He's yelling to make sure he's conveying to
And
me
you can
what's
hear
going on.
me
And
because
I
I'm
can
going
hear you,
through the
exactly.
costume.
And I'm like, oh my god. So I'm like yelling around to
So
these
it's like,
people
get
in
help.
colonial costume next to me. We need to call an EMT.
Yes, get help.
So they come, the whole 9
No.
yards. He actually, and will never ever do this in real life, disrobes, like takes the head off.
I said to you, I go, screw it. Take
Yeah,
my
he's
hands
like,
off, take my head off.
So, like,
I don't even care
Imagine
anymore.
you're at Sesame Place and Cookie Monster goes down.
And it takes the head off.
And takes his head off
my
and
God.
has like a knee roll
It's
up.
like the worst case. It's the worst case scenario. In the meantime, I'm on the side of the stage, wedged inside of the speaker stand, sitting with
God.
like the feet of the speaker stand on both of my hips. Like it's hilarious.
No, so the EMT comes, we rush him to the hospital. I'll have to say that the guys at Kent General and the Bayview Health
Yeah.
people were awesome with Chris. They did what they needed to do, give or take a
No,
little
I mean,
bit.
they kind of knew what they were doing. It was great.
and
Kind of. Just like any medical facility, they kind of know what they're
They
doing.
tried to put my kneecap back in place for 20, 30
well,
minutes.
not knowing that it was ripped the way it was ripped, they were trying
Yeah, I
to
mean,
replace it.
they-
the whole
Oh,
thing.
that had to be
Oh,
tickling.
we
What's
have
on
we
video?
have all the videos, so we
paramedic
should
say
put
to you?
that up as an extra.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, totally.
Dude, it's pretty ridiculous.
It's like, oh my god!
It's pretty ridiculous.
I'm touching it.
What does the paramedic say to you?
Yeah, what did the paramedics say?
In the moment, which part? I mean, ultimately, like,
So end of the day, you ripped.
yeah. So I mean, the cool thing was, and there was this one guy. I wanted from a hope for society
Oh,
moment.
yeah, wait, this is great.
As I was waiting for the ambulance to show up, I look in front of me, and there's like a family 15 yards ahead of me, and there was this like 10-year-old black girl that was just looking at me,
Why
and
could
I'm
she
like,
just be a 10-year-old girl?
because she was
She's
a
from
10-year-old
Baltimore.
black girl. I just wanted to be accurate.
From
ultimately.
Baltimore.
And, but
I don't see race.
But and this wasn't honestly. No, you can joke all you want. You can joke all you want. But to me, it was one of the most amazing moments. And
And she went, damn, you fucked up.
no, well, That is one.
And then shot you.
And then shot you. I said, "Welcome to Baltimore."
Yeah.
Bitch.
See, you might expect that, and that's why.
We weren't in Baltimore.
And that's why this was even that much more striking to me, is because I caught eyes with her and she saw me as I was waiting.
Was that racist? Are we playing?
And no, but she looked at me and it was the craziest thing. I caught eyes with her and she gave me this thumbs up.
She said, "Fuck you, Jim Henson."
Yeah,
it was like, what's
it
that
was.
weird, creepy bearded dude in the Cookie Monster
I
costume?
expected that, but instead she literally said to me, "You're gonna be okay."
Oh, that's nice.
It was crazy. It was like amazing, and she kept with me the
She
whole time.
must be into white dudes.
Obviously. Yeah. No, I mean, her character, but I honestly was so impressed by her character. But the funny part was the EMTs come on up. They get me on the gurney. They start to wheel me in the ambulance. And when they do, they get me close to her. And I had this like movie moment where I looked at her and I go, "You're amazing. Thank you so much. Never change."
Yeah.
That's what you said to her.
I did. I said that verbatim.
Yeah.
Word for
And then
word.
he was like, "Tell him where we're going." He pointed
And
at me.
then
He's
I
like, "Tell
pointed
him
to
where
you.
we're going."
But when I do that to him, all of a sudden the whole crowd starts cheering.
Oh yeah, you gotta stand.
Like I'm like the player getting carted off the field. It was so
that
weird.
had to be epic.
It was just weird. I'm like, I'm in a character without my head on right now. I don't want to be seen.
And you're like, "Never change who you are."
and then it's the crowd starts applauding.
It was like the '80s slow
so
clap.
Dude,
Yeah.
it really felt
Give
like
it up
that.
for the
It was
nerd.
so weird.
Give it up for the nerd.
Blue box over their head.
Yeah, so all that happens, and then they like throw my gurney in the back of the ambulance, along with my head and my shoes and my hands.
Yeah, and she said, and she was like, "Do you have health insurance? Because if not, we're not treating you."
No, and then a little black girl turned to her daddy and said, "I hate all Muppets."
All right, so
It was crazy, man. But
cheers,
ultimately-
man. What a great segment.
So I severed, and ultimately what I did to my knee,
Yeah,
what
right.
turns out is I ran straight in. What we didn't see in the moment is when I slipped and I fell into the stage a little bit at that, because I was running into it. I collided with a metal, like a sawed-off, hollowed piece of metal pipe directly into my knee and just severed completely, cut in half my patella tendon.
Oh, it was
Jesus.
awful.
And sent my kneecap into a place where it wasn't even able to be found.
It was like
was
suddenly you
gone.
had 3 testicles.
Yeah,
I was gone.
exactly.
I had this giant spot of like baby's head, this soft spot from the baby's head, just on my knee. It was gone. It was just mush. It was the weirdest thing in the world.
These are the weird things, like on the other perspective of things. So like RKVC we were having our album release that day, right? And
Yeah.
Chris had
yeah.
he had planned and reserved a party of 6 to come.
right.
Yeah.
So we're in the middle of like loading in and sound check, and we get this text like, "Hey, had an accident, can't make it." and we're seeing it come in, but we're like dealing with like ticket sales and like setting up the stage and stuff. We're like, "Crap, we're gonna make sure he's all right," like catch up with him after the show. And so we're like, and then we just keep seeing them come. We're like, this is terrible. And then I think once Vince captured, like he saw like your like X-ray come through. And we're like, the entire show, like everyone.
That kneecap was
like,
nowhere where it should have
like
been.
us, Maggie, everyone involved in the show. We're like, oh my god. So
Yeah,
we're carrying on with the show, and like I think halfway through the opening act, like Vince looks out and he's like, "Holy shit, Chris is here."
I jumped like a bunny.
And so
Yeah, you went out that
I did.
night.
I went to the
God
show.
bless him.
Wow. Oh, you still went out
I
to
went
the
to the
show?
show that night.
And so we were in like middle of like talking to the box office. Like, you guys have to hold on because a broken man just came into the show. Yeah. And it's not metaphorical.
No, it's pretty close. Pretty close. I mean, I feel most
You never
days.
know.
No.
But it was amazing. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been wild, but at the end of the day, all I have left to do now is heal. So we're staying positive. There's nothing I can do about it now. So
By
it's
the
crazy.
time we come back with season 2,
Yes.
you should be almost done with the road to
well,
recovery.
if I'm lucky, November is my birthday.
Yeah.
Month, and my goal is to ultimately be up and hopping around by then. They're telling me it's going to be a long haul, but hey, it is what it is. So what are you going to do?
What it is.
Be injected by Wolverine blood.
Well, guys, thank you so much.
Wolverine blood.
When we return, thank you, Chris. When we return, we're gonna wrap it up. Shift Dave.
With Shift Dave.
We're gonna have Jason Webb play us a little music.
Oh!
We're gonna drink some more. I'm
hang
gonna
out.
piss. I'm gonna piss. I gotta piss at this point.
I'm trying to piss.
And
Right
it's
now you're
definitely
trying?
a piss break.
The entire time.
Ready?
So thank you so much. We'll be right back. Dorksandforks.com. Dorks and Forks.
Dorks and Forks.
Edit in the right one, right?
Dorks and Forks.
No, we're just going to leave that mono, the horrible, whatever that was.
Dorks and Forks. When we return, Jason Webb from Apache Trails playing for us.
Dorks and Forks. Dorks and Forks. Dorks and Forks. Dorks and Forks.
You guys all want to tune with me?
It's like the season finale of Mad Men.
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh man.
Oh jeez.
We got Arcade VC. Looks like Dark Crystal.
The dwarf song.
Trial by Stone.
Jason, keep going.
Are we ready?
All right, sorry about that, guys.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
I'm still through the screen.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Almost got the lane.
are we good?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Webb.
Ooh. Yeah.
So the song's called Pushing On.
Spinning tires in the mud, dragging my feet amid this train that's losing steam. But I keep pushing on. Put another verse to my song. I get a whole lot of love from people I meet. The ladies got a hold on me. Yeah, I'm never gonna go in a place she don't wanna be. So breeze, won't you carry me down a bend, down a mountain stream? Carry me home. Please don't you leave me. I'll be lost like a ship at sea. No stars, no moon. It's somebody. Leaves on the ground, and seasons gotta change. The summer goes into the fall, glowing red with a flame. No two leaves, just the same. I get to stumble these streets, I'ma shovel my feet. Is your hand trying to hold when there's no one around? Now the snow coming down, so breeze, won't you carry me round a bend, down a mountain stream? Carry me home. Please don't you leave me. I'll be lost like a ship at sea. No stars, no moon. I'll be a singing song, so heavy and hardly carrying on. Feeling rope slipping round my neck. Hey, hey. Slowly I'm losing my breath. Slow breeze, won't you carry me round a bend, down a mountain stream? Carry me home. Please don't you leave me.
lost like a ship at sea. No stars, no moon. No stars, no moon. No stars, no moon.
Yes, sir. All right.
Nice.
That's great.
Thank you.
Nice. Thank you so much. Did you want to do one more?
It's up to you guys.
I mean, it's up to you, man.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Well,
You're the
man.
artist.
This is what I'd be doing at home, drinking a beer and playing guitar.
Yeah.
So.
How about one more then? Yeah? Let's
What
do
do you
it.
guys think, huh?
One more.
More.
Boo.
Yeah, we should do one more, and it should be just another awesome tune. So, what do you want to play? I mean, what do you got going on?
Well, I can go singer-songwriter with you. I can go blues.
I just go from the heart. What are you feeling? Let's just do that.
Whatever help you sell more records. I would love to see you. I would love to see you just go like ham, like you do sometimes.
Ham it up.
Ham it up.
Yeah, man, that's what it's all about.
When you're like in another world, I've seen you do the.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want that.
Stand behind you.
Very,
Totally.
very hard to convey without those fellas.
But you do it. I've seen you do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Webb.
Wisdom blow, you rumble as it goes. Shaking rails up the coast, burning cold after cold. Ain't you feel it in your roots? Tides are shifting with the moon. Breeze is cutting like a tooth, cutting like a tooth. Yeah. Daddy was a brakeman. Used to ride that train on the hills and yonder. My daddy was a brakeman. Never paid no mind to the rain and the thunder. We just smiled. Listen, them angels born. We just smiled. Boy, let that freight train roll. Let it roll. Let it roll. Devil high, hearing them scratching on the ground. Won't you ever let them out? Won't you ever let them out? Can't you feel it in your room? Stars are shifting with the moon. Breeze is cutting like a tooth, cutting like a tooth. Yeah. Daddy was a brakeman. On that train, hills in yonder. Daddy was a brakeman. Never paid no mind to the rain and the thunder. We just smiled. So listen, them angels bold. We just smiled. Oh, let that freight train roll.
This is Dorks and Forks music. Thank you for listening. Jason Webb, thank you so much.
Pleasure being here. Thank you.
Nice, thanks, buddy.
Yes, sir. That just happened.
That's what happens when you feed me rum.
Give me the rum.
It's a nice little rum. Oh, speaking of, don't we have a whole nother shot here? We haven't even.
Oh man.
Shit. Oh, shite. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this up.
Wrap it up. Who does that?
Chef Dave, where can we find you?
I love that.
1845 Marsh Road, Goat
18
Kitchen and Bar.
Goat Kitchen and Bar, 1845 Marsh Road.
Strong drinks, good food,
Good food,
friendly
yeah.
service.
Right on.
Thanks, Chef.
Definitely.
Thank you, Chef.
Come on, Chef. Jason Webb, what's on your horizon, my friend?
This Friday, Planet World Cafe Live.
Oh, yeah, World Cafe Live. Come on, speak into the mic. Come on, then.
This Friday, World Cafe Live, May 22nd. Tickets, you can buy them at the door. You can buy them from me. Track me down.
Yeah, right on. I don't know. RKVC delivers.
ApacheTrails.weebly.com
Yeah.
for now until I buy it up if it
Yeah.
makes something of itself.
Weebly.
So, yeah.
Wait, Weebly?
Weebly.
Wait, how else did we hear Weebly?
E-B-L.
Kevin Malloy.
It's a place where you can build websites.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
quick, it's easy, it's fun.
If you know.
Yeah. I did some with Kevin Malloy for Wilmington Peacekeepers. And
No,
it was
it's
that
cool. I
Weebly
mean, they
thing.
wobble, but they don't fall down. It's awesome.
They wobble a little
I
bit.
was like, where have I heard that phrase? Weebly. He was like, what is that? And I was like, I have no fucking clue. All right. Gentlemen.
Yes.
This is it. The season
times.
finale at dorksandforks.com. Thank you so much.
Dude,
It's
so
been
many
10
great
months.
things.
10 months. We did a lot.
Lots.
A lot of
Lots good
crazy,
stuff.
stuff. And I feel like, we made our mark a little bit.
Little social media.
And now RKVC is going to play us out with an acoustic version
I think that's really cool, man.
of the Dorks and Forks theme song.
And if you guys have to get warmed up, do it. But
I mean, the cool thing about RKVC, they do it all. They produce music, they obviously play, and they just helped us produce an original song for the Phillies. So the talent never stops.
That's right.
Yeah.
All good stuff. The Galapagos gang in the house.
And I certainly feel blessed that you guys did this for us. You
Very
gave us our
cool.
theme song. You gave us all our music. You took us to the next level with our podcast, and we really appreciate it.
This is
And
kind of
it's
like a recreation of when we recorded. We drank a lot and then sang it.
nice. I could tell. And I really don't think our podcast would have its flair without the RKVC music. So, gentlemen, thank you so much. And it's a
Dance cut off.
it's a privilege to have you on here playing live for us, playing our theme song live for us.
Sure.
And
Should we do
we're
the
gonna get you
shot
guys
and then
mic'd up.
let 'em play us out?
Let's do
What do
it,
you
man.
think?
I really think it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Season 1 of Dorks and Forks podcast is in the bag. I'd like to give a shout out to everyone that participated in our podcast. The Aaron Dilks, the Sarah Jays, all the Nathan.
RKVC, Joe Trainer,
Nathan Gray. Who else are we missing? We've had
Apache Trails,
New Sweden. All those guys. All our third chairs, and
Just a lot of great times, man. Lots of good stuff.
Chef Tim from
Yes.
Harry Savoy for coming on and cooking for us.
Mike Stanley with Wild
from
Witch.
Wild Witch Food Truck coming on and
Absolutely.
cooking for us.
I did forget to mention something.
Give that man a mic.
And I'm gonna get I'll get shanked at band practice tomorrow
Sure.
if I don't mention this.
Yeah.
We're actually playing a Fat Rick's barbecue on
Oh,
Market
nice.
Street tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, Fat Rick's has his own
With the
spot now?
hold-up.
Yeah.
Nice.
With the hold up.
Oh, with the hold up?
Outside of shenanigans.
Which in
Reality will
Reality
happen
will-
before this comes out. So we'll just promote it on Facebook and stuff. That'll be good.
We'll make it
Just
happen.
saying.
No worries.
Good point. Okay, good.
We got you. But no, that's good thinking on your part. We got it in.
Yeah, we got it. We got it in.
Get jumped.
And
Bigger than me.
so guys, cheers, man. Thank you so much.
Salute.
KVC, thanks for coming out on this short notice and doing our podcast.
Thank you for having
Launch
us. Thank you so much for having us.
No, that's great.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Wait, I don't know if I can
Dude,
make
get
that
the fork out of
You mate.
Guitar.
No, he wants
All
the fork
you.
in his guitar.
Hey, get the fork out of here, yeah?
He's a dork, he's a fork, he's the whole deal.
Oh, we have T-shirts to go around too before you leave.
We need it?
Oh yeah, don't forget to get your Dorks and Forks t-shirts. That's right.
Yeah.
It's true.
You just want to hold it?
This is an XL. You can wear an XL. I'm in an XL.
We just swap it.
We got it.
Oh, that works too.
There you go.
I need this tool here.
So yeah, I'd like to also give a shout out to some of our fans
Damper it.
that follow us on Facebook from Scotland.
Yeah.
Love
You know?
Scotland friends.
I love it.
Love it.
I love our friends from Scotland, and you know who you are,
That's it.
and you've got a T-shirt coming your way.
Keep our clans in check. Clan McAllister, Clan Bruce.
Oh, yeah. That's
got
it
your
is.
clans as
Clan
well.
That's it is. He knows who he is. Hail Satan, all those guys. So Hail Satan. So here we go.
I love
Do
Satan.
you guys need like a warm up?
We're not sure, but we'll try
All right, let's do it. If we got to do a second take, we'll do it.
No warm up for you.
We're gonna.
Ladies and gentlemen, wait, where's my?
The hardest part of this is the lyrics.
You mean that's hilarious.
Yeah, not the spaghetti hands over here.
Banana.
All the fast fingers.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, RKVC playing us out acoustic Dorks and Forks theme song.
Dorks and Forks. Dorks and Forks. Dorks and Forks. Dorks and Dorks and Forks. 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 Dorks and Forks.
Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next season. We'll see you next season for season 2 of Dorks and Forks.
Season 2.
I'd like to thank RKVC, Jason Webb, Chef Dave Weir, Dan Sanchez, Chris Bruce, my beautiful daughter Gia Sarah, who's been a part of I feel like every podcast, every show, and of course I'm Brian Wild, host and creator of Dorks and Forks. We'll see you in the fall.
See ya.
We'll see you in the fall. Peace.
The end.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Wow.
All right, so guys, we're gonna record next time. Let's just start on the top.